I feel like this video is just gonna be 15 minutes of me rage baiting people who actually know how to sew. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I finally unpacked a box that I've been putting off for several weeks. I have this stupid thing. I could pick it up by the handle, but whatever. Do I do the rest of the episode, or do I do the rest of the intro with this on my lap? Is the question. I think not. It's very heavy. What I was holding a second ago, and what I'm pretty sure bruised me on the arm when I picked it up, is my grandmother's sewing machine. This is fashion made by Singer. I'm not exactly sure what year it is. Best guess 1971, 1972. Around there. Roughly 55-year-old sewing machine. And believe it or not, it still works. Fairly well, actually. Or it did 6 months ago. Knock on wood. This is the only sewing machine I have access to right now, and I have some sewing projects that I do not want to do by hand. I'm going to show you kind of the maintenance I do with this machine, and then we are going to do some work on my projects. If you watched my video a couple weeks ago where I was talking about all my current crochet projects, one of the ones I was talking about was this little bag right here. So I had so much fun making these granny squares that I did not stop with this bag. We can't do this bag today because I don't have a zipper still, and I don't have a bag handle. But I do have fabric cut for it, and whenever I have the zipper, I will be able to put that all together. I also made a little AirPods case that has lining. Whoops. Then we have this bag. Also going to be using this. I haven't cut this yet, but I need to. I haven't used this since I moved. I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to make sure that my desk can support it because I have a standing desk, so it's not that sturdy. We are going to pick out thread. I know at some point soon after we finished unpacking the kitchen, my mom handed the manual to me, and now I can't remember where I put it. Because of course I can't. But yeah, we're gonna see how this works. I almost always have issues with this machine, and I can never tell if it's because it's old and, just natural wear and tear over the years, or if it's because the machine that I had before this, and the only other one I know how to use, was like a mini sewing machine. So it couldn't do denim, it couldn't do buttons or embroidery or free stitch or anything, and this is supposed to be able to do everything. And I don't have that machine anymore, so I can't use it if I get frustrated with this. Which, that machine is way younger. I think I got it maybe 2012. 2010 to 2012 is kind of the range in which I got it, and when I tried to get it out again in maybe 2023, the pedal had completely corroded and didn't work anymore. So I got a replacement pedal. It took me forever to track down one that would fit this machine because they don't make that machine anymore and they don't call the parts the same name. Finally found the pedal, I plugged it in, and it was sewing backwards. And then as I was trying to figure out what was wrong, the adapter stopped working. So I had to get rid of that machine because it just doesn't work anymore, and I couldn't find parts to fix it. This one still works fine. So we're gonna start by taking it apart. Not super taking it apart, but just popping the plastic covers off and wiping it down. I think, unless I threw it away, there used to be a t-shirt cloth I kept in here specifically for that. It was just from an old t-shirt that I would use to wipe kind of just dust and thread off of it. I really should oil it, but I can't find my sewing machine oil, and my mom isn't home, so I can't ask her for help. That's not gonna happen today, but the minute that I find it, I will oil it. Yeah, and then I'm gonna try and remember how to thread a bobbin without the manual. And we're gonna see how it works, if I can get it to sew through the crochet, because I'm not 100% sure I'll be able to do that. It should be able to, but it's a 55-year-old machine, so you never know. So we're going to start with wiping it down. I'm gonna move my camera to the ground so you can see what I'm doing. Let's take this baby apart. Different angle in my room. Here she is. Not sure how well. We have some purple thread out for some reason. Another thing about this machine is it overheats really easily, so I can only use it for short periods of time. I am gonna eventually get a different machine, but I don't have the money for it right now, and this one works, so. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's not good. I'm gonna be able to lift this fully out, aren't I? Yep. And here's the cloth I use. I can't be able to show you, but so it has these little hinges that let you like lift it up, but so it's still attached to this table thing down here, but like it's not supposed to be able to do that. First problem, getting that reattached. Okay, first problem solved. It's staying in. Next, we are going to take off all these pieces. I think all the screws are the same size, but I'm going to be very intentional about where I put them just in case. There we go. So now the top of the machine is visible, and I can take a little t-shirt cloth and just wipe it down. This is exactly what I do when I oil it too. I think that's a spot for oil, that's a spot. This is why the manual is very important, because it shows me all those things. Just make sure there's no dust. Luckily, because of the cover, it doesn't accumulate dust very well. Like, it really was not that gross whenever I initially started fixing it up a couple of years ago. There's a piece of yarn, or not yarn, but thread. Can you guys tell I haven't done this in a while? And then line all of that up. I don't know what it is about doing something on camera, but all of a sudden I feel like I just become 10 times dumber. Now, I'm not sure, I doubt you guys will be able to see this, but I gotta do the underneath, and that means opening the little door. I usually put something down whenever I do this, so it's not just lying on the floor. Oh, you two both feel loose. That worries me. So that's really it. I don't want to mess with it too much because I'm not sure how tight some of these are supposed to be. But yeah, there we go. We're going to move her on my desk and see what we can do. We got it on the desk, folks. Not super worried about it falling, at least at this juncture, or breaking something. I can't find the manual. And I cannot remember how to thread the bobbin on this machine. So I went and looked it up. I found one on Internet Archive. God bless the internet, specifically Internet Archive. I do think I am just going to stay with this brown because it does look like I have quite a bit. Maybe not that much. I just don't want to unravel it, if I'm being honest. But we may switch to a different color. I think I have a navy somewhere. Whatever, it's black. It's black yarn, it's not going to show up super vividly, and I'm doing small stitches. So I'm going to try to remember how to thread the machine, and we'll see. I'll try to reverse stitch, but every time I do it, it gets messed up. So we'll see. I'm going to try to remember how to do this, and then we're going to test on a piece of random fabric. All right, success. I'm sure it's hard to see, but we have two threads. One is the bobbin, one is the top one. I think I threaded it correctly. 2, I think. And then pressure, we're gonna 3 is fine for our test fabric. Yeah, and then that's where we have it. It's 20, I think that's 20 stitches per inch, I'm not sure. And then this is for, it keeps it on the track and you can't move it around. Immediately jumbled. Well, that's on me, I didn't line them up, but yeah. Alright, so my test strip, mixed results. I was only going through one single layer of fabric, so I don't think my tension was right, but that's fine. It sewed together and it didn't make a mess. That is really the thing I'm scared of. So I think I used 4 when I did my quilt for pressure. Pressure is the thing that really has made a difference. I think that's just my old machine didn't have those type of controls, so it's just not something I considered at all. So I'm gonna start by doing this. Another fun fact about the move, we don't have an iron anymore. Where's my pin cushion? I feel like this is gonna be a disaster, but that's fine. Another fun thing about this machine is that The pedal is so sensitive that it is really hard to control the speed. Okay, that isn't too bad. I don't know how well you can see it. It's not great, but I've done a lot worse. And now we are going to connect it to this. If you're new here, I'm very much a let's fuck around and find out type of crafter. Okay, so that's pinned. We're gonna see how well this works. So I don't think that this machine can handle this. I think I am gonna have to hand stitch it. I'm up to 7 pressure and it is not any better. It won't move at all. I can't get it to move. It just gets stuck every time. So, I'm not even sure I attached it at all. Okay, I mean, it kind of got attached, but you can... Nope, and it immediately came out. What if I pull? Yep. That's really the only spot where it's attached. Yeah, so... Honestly, this makes sense. I had a really hard time finishing my rag quilt. When I was using this machine, it took forever. It overheated, actually, is it? Okay, it's not quite overheated yet. I'm gonna just do what I can on this for this project. So I hemmed the lining so there isn't fuzz sticking out everywhere. I'm going to cut this fabric to fit this bag, and then we're gonna sew it together because I'm gonna have to Frankenstein it a bit. It's not a perfect match, but there is like enough technically. I'm gonna do that real quick and I will come back and sew it together. And that's, I guess, what we're gonna do. I don't know, I wanted to show off my sewing machine, but I guess there's not a whole lot that we can do together with it if it can't get through my crocheted stuff. Because that's kind of what all my projects are right now. What the hell am I doing? Alright, so we have our lining. I am now going to hem it, I think. I hemmed it. Here's the liner. I'm going to turn it inside out so you guys can see it. I'm going to trim all this excess fabric. I just have not done it yet. The good news is that the machine seems to be working normally, so it wasn't damaged in the move or anything. I didn't miss any spots. There are no holes. Oh, that's uneven as heck. What the hell? The bad news is many things. The first is that this hem looks like trash. No one's gonna see it, but still. I don't know if you can see that, but I used this fabric for another project and then I tore it apart and I accidentally sewed the wrong side. Both sides look the same, so I think it's fine. And then I accidentally sewed over a section that I should have left open, and so I had to pull out the seam ripper. But you know, we have the liner. It did come together eventually. So you may be asking yourselves, is she now going to hand sew all these things together into the crochet? And the answer is no. I'm sweaty, my room is a mess, and I have other stuff to do, unfortunately. And I just wanted to show you guys the sewing machine because I think it's very cool. It's a family heirloom. Glad it still works. Glad everything's fine. I'm going to put it back in its box, gonna put it in a safe spot, and then once my mom gets home, I'm gonna try and find the oil so that I can properly take care of her. And the manual. I need to find the manual just so I can figure out where to oil it at bare minimum. But yeah, hopefully that I end up hand sewing that soon. I hate hand sewing, I'll be honest. It takes forever, it hurts my hands, and I'm just not a fan. There's some progress. We have the pieces cut and sewed together. I just need to go get a zipper now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're working on in the comments, what crafts you have. Hopefully my erratic sewing didn't piss anyone off too much. It pissed me off occasionally, and I was the one who it was happening to. If you like this video, I'd appreciate if you leave a like, leave a comment, come subscribe and hang out. You can also follow me on TikTok and Fable. I have those Usernames in the description. I also have an Etsy shop. I do not have anything selling on my Etsy shop, which may be a relief to some people. Other than that, I'll see you guys next week. I think we're doing our reading reviews next week. Bye!